we do have questions to ask.
Would you like to see the letter that Lori gave me as a reward for finding her?
The one in which Jake Hurley supposedly tells his niece how to find his lost mine? No, thank you. I happily leave it to you to try to solve the mystery of his disappearance. You can afford to look foolish, dear. I can't.
Charlena Purcell is living paycheck to paycheck. She literally just called Nancy out for her rich girl privilege. I know it's probably not supposed to be taken literally, but that's how it comes off to me. Our fashion icon, yeah. I mean, she's the queen of just throwing an outfit together. Putting any old item together with any other old item.
Do you have a theory as to who pulled the emergency brake?
Well, I know it wasn't me. I assume it wasn't you, and I highly doubt it was Lori. So that leaves those two friends of yours, Mr. Gray and Mr. Balducci.
Excuse me? They're no friends of mine, Charlena. Is she insinuating that I'm I'm just, playing the field? I'm, flirting with all these, men? Is that what she's insinuating? First she says I'm super rich. Now she insinuates that I'm really attractive to all the men. What are you trying to do here, Charlena?
What do you think their motive was?
I don't know about your friends, but perhaps those other two simply thought it would be fun.
Oh!
Boys will be boys.
Wait, so she was talking about my friends and John Gray and Tino Balducci separately. I thought she was like, your two friends, John Gray and Tino Balducci. She meant your two friends, the Hardy Boys. Also, that is a bad attitude. You know, boys will be boys. They love throwing the emergency brake and endangering everyone on the train they're on. It's just, boys will be boys, you know, it's no big deal.
Were you able to find the name of Jake's train engineer?
I came across 3 references to the fact that Jake had an engineer, but I'm afraid none of them included his name. I failed. Sorry.
Aren't you even going to try finding out what happened to Jake Hurley?
No time. The only reason I haven't insisted that Lori release me from all this silliness is there's always the possibility that what happened to him has the makings of a bestseller. Although I highly doubt it.
Really, Charlene? I thought you were more persistent than that. Come on, girl, you're disappointing me. Yeah, what about Camille?
What about his
murdered
wife,
by
Camille,
dolls?
dying on the train like that?
That does make the story a little more interesting. She probably died of something mundane like pneumonia or even measles.
Pneumonia. How mundane.
Now, if it was wintertime when she died, and they were in the mountains, Jake no doubt kept her body on the train for months before he buried her, which is rather delicious in a morbid sort of way.
I kind of love how she thinks, though. As a writer, I relate. The more morbid, the better. The more delicious, to borrow our Charlena-ism. My new conspiracy theory is that Camille was actually murdered by the dolls. You know, we've established the fact that she hated her dolls, which is why she called them all nasty names like Awful Ursula. And she kept them in doll jail. When you see them, they all look so upset, unhappy, and angry. I feel like there's something going on there, and it's like her death is a bit of a mystery. So clearly the answer is the dolls did it. Okay, break it down, Nancy. I feel like we need some, boppin' music playing. Perfect timing.
Guess Camille liked to collect dolls.
It's me! It's funny because when you look at them on the shelf, they all look incredibly angry. And then you pick them up and they're like, me? Angry? No. I think you're imagining things. I think you're projecting feelings on inanimate objects. What are you talking about? I'm not real. I don't have sentient thoughts. I definitely didn't kill Camille. Chaussettes chatoyantes. So the first one is Chantilly Hildegard, who's got long hair and a pleated skirt. So she's already in her place. Then we've got me, Awful Ursula. So awful. Look, I even flipped out my hair to be more like her. Now we've got Sickly Sarah, who's this one. 2 different colored eyes. Look at her cute little daisy clips, though. Adorable. I would love to go to a convention and do like a cosplay group where all of us dress up like a different one of the dolls. Wouldn't that be absolutely amazing? Like a big cosplay group of all of the dolls from Nancy Drew Last Train of Lumen Canyon. We've got Sickly Sarah, then we need Edna the Terrible. Mama. That's her, all right. I can tell by the terrible, horrible way she says, Mama. No wonder she's terrible. No wonder Camille thought she was terrible. Mama. Should that be one of my new alerts? Every time someone follows me, it's just, Mama. And they immediately unfollow. Like, imagine. Mama. Oh, thank you for the follow. I really appreciate that. I'm your mother now. Edna the Terrible, then Teddy Eberhardt. Who is this fellow? Teddy Eberhardt. SC. Sadie Crawford. She's got 2 left feet. That's Yawning Alice. There's Sadie Crawford. A nice pinafore. H.A. Hagar Anderson. Oh, Thomasina O'Neill is actually next. Yawning Alice. Then maybe they're in the right. Nope, Yawning Alice. Please go there. Yawning Alice is the one that scares me the most. She doesn't even need to look at you to kill you. She doesn't even need to see you to hate you with all her passion. And then I guess who's this one? The cracked one is, Naughty Tina, right? Yeah, Naughty Tina. She misbehaved, so they gave her a really big whack. Naughty Tina, and then Eliza Sandberger. Eliza Hamburger. Eliza Cheeseburger. Slugs. This is what Camille did for fun. This is how she kept herself amused in the long, long days riding the train with only goatee Jake to keep her company. And I don't mean goat as in greatest of all time. I mean he resembles a billy goat. There's me, awful Ursula. I'm just sitting by some trees, being mad, being awful. How can anyone feel that angry when there's a train around? That's my question. That's the way awful Ursula and I differ. I'm not gonna be pouty and angry and mad if there's a train around. Here's the part where I just randomly assign slugs. Wait, I only have to use, how many of these, I have to use 4 of these slugs for this part, right? Oh, we did the square. No, what? Why did the square go away? What happened? Why did I lose the square? I got the duck! Why? I don't understand this puzzle, and I don't like this puzzle. But maybe I should go check the numbers. This is the worst part of the game, hands down, is doing this slug puzzle. Okay, the square is 4, the duck is 1. The square was 4. And I have to use 3 of the tokens. Okay, and then the duck is 1. But I feel like I've got to get it in one smooth move. And I don't think I can. Why does it keep taking away the square? Like, why did it do that? Why did it take away the square? That's what I don't understand. Like, I was doing a bunch of other things. Is it just that I have to have at least 3 on there at all times? Ugh. Just give me the duck. Just give me the duck, please. Okay, so this is 4, and this is 4. This is 8, so that's equals 4. No, but that's 3. Wait, I don't get this at all. If I remove that, it's fine. It's just, like, very selective about the ones I can't remove. I can't remove the 8. No, I can't remove the 3 either. What? That's the duck! Stop! Stop this! Why? fucking why? I forgot how bad this puzzle was.
There, with any luck,
I did
just
it!
opened
I
the
did
stove
it!
in the dining car.
I don't know why that was any different. I don't get it. But I opened the stove in the dining car, so we can progress now. We can move on. We can leave the slug puzzle behind us. For now. Catch me being pouty, awful Ursula about the slug puzzle. Oh my!
What is that?
It's clearly a ghost, Nancy! It's clearly Camille. She's warning us. She's like, the dolls, Nancy! Watch out for the dolls! I don't think it's a coincidence that we saw Camille right after doing the doll puzzle. Like, I don't think that's a coincidence at all. John Gray! John Gray! You'll never believe what I saw. I'm anti-slug. Not like banana slugs and slugs of that nature, but little weird metal slugs with numbers that you need to do a math puzzle.
Hey, glad you stopped in.
The silhouette of a woman.
You gotta listen to this.
It's his new SoundCloud single.
What have you got?
I put this digital recorder in the corner where Camille showed up in that picture and turned it on so it would just
Maybe
keep
I could
recording.
dance to this on the
Now when
dance
you play it back
floor.
at normal volume, all you hear is background noise. But when
Not
you turn the
gonna lie,
volume way up
John.
and run the signal through a filter or two,
It's not got a very good beat to it. You couldn't really dance to it. Yeah, I don't think that's going viral for
Hear
you,
that?
buddy.
I hear something. It kind of sounds like a woman singing.
not just
No! No, it didn't!
Camille.
Camille.
So be careful what you say in here. She's listening.
Oh my gosh, she is. Camille, I definitely wasn't shit-talking you at any point. I don't think I did, actually. I am on Camille's side. I say, cancel Jake Hurley. It's time to listen to the voice of Camille when she warns us about evil dolls.
I saw a bunch of weird glowing lights outside the window of the sleeping car.
They're probably some form of piezoelectricity. See, my guess is quartz crystals in the
that's a
ground are being
long
compressed as the train
word.
passes over them. And the resultant voltage,
He's
called
just trying to
piezoelectricity,
impress me and
is
make me think
manifesting
he's
itself
smart.
as glowing light.
You know, just because you can
Probably
say
because of some quirk in the train's
piezoelectricity
shape or in
doesn't
the
mean
composition
you're
of the metals
smart,
used in its
John
construction.
Gray. Doesn't mean
It
I'm going to
was
subscribe to your
custom built, remember.
SoundCloud either.
Whatever it's called, it was
It's definitely
unnerving, to say
ghostly.
the
It was
least.
definitely
Take
Camille
it from
warning
me.
me about the
Old
dolls.
Mother Nature.
I'm convinced that was really Camille. Like, I don't think a natural phenomenon could so perfectly take the shape of a real human woman. Like, that was very distinctly womanly. It was very much a person.
Thurston.
James Thurston. He was thirsting for blood. $9 a week plus room and board. Wow, what a good deal. Why did he keep that in the stove? Why did he keep that in the stove? In the locked stove. Jake Hurley was an eccentric guy, all right.
Nancy,
Hey, Joe.
you missed it.
Missed
What?
what?
The argument of the century.
Joe, he's exaggerating.
Oh,
No!
come on. You heard them. They were ready to tear each other to shreds.
I missed
Who?
drama!
Charlena and Lori.
All we heard was the tail end of it, and unfortunately, we really couldn't make out what they were saying.
So you don't know what they were arguing about?
No.
But whatever it was, both of them were absolutely out of their minds, livid.
And it would probably
This is
be a
the
good
one.
idea to
The
find
other
out
worst
why.
thing about this
Let me
game,
look into
other
it.
than the
I'll talk to
slug
you later,
puzzle,
okay?
is
You know where to find us.
missing the argument of the century. Like, I would have loved to see Charlena and Lori like trying to out-Oscar each other for like best actress in a dramatic fight. Like, I really want to see that. Also, I just remember there's something that you can see like on this screen somewhere that is like significant to Lori's disappearance. I've like never seen that myself. I only saw it in someone else's playthrough, and I want to see it. Here we go.
So Lori pushed that button, slid the shelves open further, squeezed through, and disappeared. Very clever.
Yeah, that's literally the first time I've seen that. That's so cool. Give me the gossip, Charlena.
What were you and
I
Lori
would like to
arguing
feast
about
the
earlier
gossip.
today?
Lori and I? We weren't arguing. We were simply discussing a topic about which both of us are passionate, that's all.
Sounds like you're rewriting the truth, Charlena.
Were you discussing her wanting to be a romance novelist?
No. And even if we were, that's really none of your business. I know that sounds harsh, but really, Nancy, eavesdropping is so tacky.
Charlena, you're one to talk about fucking tacky. Look at yourself. Look at yourself and then tell me that I'm tacky. Okay, look at that sweater and tell me I'm tacky.
No, you don't have to do that.
Bitch.
A storyline that Lori submitted to me found its way into my last book, despite the fact that she never received compensation.
Oh, it just found its way.
She's reading the
It just
book
found
now,
its
and when
own
she
way
got to that
there.
part,
Huh?
She freaked.
Really? It just dropped into your book by accident? Wow, strange.
You stole one of her ideas?
She had no business sending me unsolicited material.
Time to ostracize
But
Charlena
technically,
Purcell from the writing
yes.
community.
Now, legally, she can't prove anything, and I'm certainly not about to admit anything.
Oh,
and it's not
how
as if she needs the
unfortunate that I've been
money.
recording
But
this whole
that's what we were
conversation on my
arguing
personal
about.
tape
For what
recorder,
it's worth,
Charlena.
I'm going to talk to this producer I
If
know to
only.
see.
She's basically saying, like, no one's gonna believe you, Nancy. You think they're gonna believe a, little amateur detective, a self-admitted amateur
that eagle has
detective?
something to-
Or do you think they're gonna believe an internationally renowned romance novelist? Like, come on, dear. I think we all know. Hey, Lori, what's the goss?
Yes?
Ooh, wait, we can't confront her about the argument, though.
Do you have any idea who threw the emergency brake?
I know exactly who did it.
I feel like she would have a good take on their argument. I'd love to see her like, hear her point of view.
You do?
Well, who else could it be? Camille.
That's exactly
None
what
of
I
us
thought,
has any reason to
Lori.
stop your friend, that Jim Harley guy?
Not Jim, Joe Hardy.
Yeah, well,
Jim
he thinks
Harley.
it's Camille too. He just doesn't have the guts to say so.
The Harley Bros.
I hear that Tino and you used to be
I'm
an
so
item.
disappointed
How
in
did you know
Lori.
that?
I'm a good detective, remember?
We
Wig
went out a couple
snatched,
times, yeah.
Lori!
As for where we
Okay, I guess maybe we should talk to Tino. Why aren't we in Copper Gorge yet? People, I've been getting so many things done. Let's go to Copper Gorge, for goodness sake.
Glad you dropped in. Lori told me she'd given you a letter from Jake Hurley that says how to find his mine.
I didn't mention it before because it's very bizarre.
Lori should have given that to me. I mean, I'm the trained professional around here.
No one
Let me take
cares, Tino. Literally no one cares.
I've seen enough. 2 words. Useless.
Leia
Those are just the
Michelle
rags of a guy who
energy.
spent way too much of his life swirling mud around in pans under the hot sun. 5-star nut job.
Lori says she found this letter in a wastebasket. That must be familiar to you, Tino. Must feel just like home because you're trash!
Lori says she found this letter in a
Da-na-na-na.
wastebasket.
Exactly where it belongs.
Exactly where you belong.
How come you told me you and Lori never went out, and she told me you did?
Don't you ever stop asking questions?
Oh, wait, both these responses are so good. When people start answering them, honestly, I do. And I'm a detective. You know how it is. If you were a real detective, Tino, like, what's that Kim Kardashian quote? If you were a real detective, Tino, you'd know what it's like to be a real detective, but you don't, because you're not a real detective.
When people start answering them honestly, I do.
I dumped her, okay? I'm not proud of what I did. I'm not happy about what I did, but it's done. It's over. Now let's drop it.
Tino, you're never gonna get anything as good as Lori in your life again. Don't you? Like, you realize that, buddy? Like, she was, like, the best you could ever get, and you threw her away.
Guess I'll just have to go talk to Lori again.
You are incredibly irritating, you know that? I dumped her because people said going out with her would make me look bad. Said she was a joke, that no one took her seriously. Said if I started hanging with her, no one would take me seriously. So I stopped calling.
So he's a misogynist and a flake, and he didn't just dump her, he ghosted her, which is honestly worse than just being honest and, like, upfront dumping someone. Like, imagine Like, they were in a relationship. It's not like they were just talking or something. They were dating. They were together. They were boyfriend and girlfriend. They were committed. And he just ghosted her. But you didn't stop caring? You know what? I don't think Tino's cared about anything but himself sincerely his whole life. So, no. I'm not going to be like, oh, Tino, I'm going to attribute you some positive characteristics. No, I'm not. I don't think he deserves that. Carson Drew's carbide. I can't carbide Tino. Get it? Get it?
I still say there's less to all this than meets the eye, if you get my drift.
I get your drift, Joe. I have lived with your drift for years. I am saddled with your
I'm
drift.
saddled
all right.
with your drift. That's just such a good line. Poor Joe, he doesn't deserve that though.
Can't check
Well,
that
maybe
off?
let's go back and talk to Tino again and be like, J'accuse. I think you, Tino, did it. You, with the emergency brake in the sleeping car.
Ah, I can't stay mad at a fella detective. What do you need?
Wow, he's actually treating me as an equal?
Thanks for your help.
Helping people's what I'm all about.
What happened to the old Tino? Like, that's not the Tino I know. Okay, well... Oh, so just go back and talk to Frank and Joe again. Okay. Well, I never tire of talking to Frank and Joe, so that's fine.
Were you able to find anything out about Jake's engineer, that James Thurston guy?
Good news and bad news. The good news is he had a wife in Copper Gorge,
Copper
so
Gorge?
he may have had children.
The bad news is our internet service provider stopped providing before we could use our cell phones to find out anything else.
How
That's okay.
convenient.
We can do more checking when we get to Copper Gorge.
Right.
Here we go, riding the rails, woo! Here we are at Copper Gorge. Wow, we got the Copper Fork, we got the museum, we got the station, we've got the graveyard. It's a pretty small town, and we can't even go to the Copper Fork or the station. Well, obviously we've got to check out the Copper Gorge Museum. And Taffy Shop. What could
Hey
be
there!
better?
Welcome to Buell's Old Time Taffy House. Come on over here.
Hello,
Welcome, stranger.
stranger.
Listen, welcome, little missy. Go on in and take a gander at what life was like during the heyday of Copper Gorge whilst you sample some of our delicious homemade saltwater taffy.
Two things. First, Fatima is the only person I will allow to call me Little Missy. Secondly, I think now is the heyday of Copper Gorge. Like, it's Fatima's world and we're all just living in it, you know? Like, back in the day, they didn't have any Fatima. Like, Fatima is the heyday of Copper Gorge.
Sample? As in free sample?
Some taffy on a stick will cost you 2 tokens, which you can get by winning both those games over there.
Are they hard? I'm just a woman who doesn't know how to play any games except Animal Crossing and The Sims. Games are so difficult.
Are they hard?
Danged if I know. Come to think of it, I've never played them. But you're getting
Yeah,
me off
women
track
don't
there,
play
miss. Back
games,
to the
after
matter is
all.
they're free. Unless you go messing with the artifacts I got in here.
Artifacts?
Do that and you'll be head first in the nearest snowdrift before you know what hit you.
Where'd all these artifacts come from?
Where'd all these artifacts come from?
I love
in the
how
family
Nancy
for
borrows her
years. For
syntax.
centuries, in fact. See, Buell was my great-great-uncle. This building used to be his general store. During the glory days back
I'm
in the
telling you,
80s,
Fatima,
he
these
commenced a
are the
pawnbroker.
glory days.
So the miners
'Cause you're
Copper
here.
Gorge was crawling with back then could raise some cash to pay for grub and tools and such. But pretty soon, the mining boom went bust. And there was Uncle Buell, stuck with a whole store full of junk. Only it wasn't junk to him. Debris from lost lives and broken dreams.
Wow, Charlena, the
Couldn't
greatest
bring
writer who
himself
ever
to get
lived?
rid of
I say
So,
Fatima's
passed it on to his
great
kid.
uncle Buell is the
My
best writer who ever
great-granddaddy's
lived.
the
That
one
was
who come up with the idea of
straight
turning the
poetic.
place into a tourist attraction.
Do you by any chance have any of Jake Hurley's things in here?
You're just gonna have to look around and see for yourself. But remember, Susie Q, don't touch.
Actually, my name is Nancy D. You've got that wrong. Time for gambling! I'm going to bet on lucky horse number 1, because it's guaranteed to win. It's number 1. Come on, number 1. Let's go, number 1. I believe in you, number 1. Come on. So close. Lucky number 9, I guess. Okay, lucky number 9. Come on, lucky number 9. Riding, cowboy. Come on, lucky number 9. What the hell was that?
Rats.
Lucky number 5. Let's go. Come on, lucky number 5. One of these days, I will be lucky.
Rat.
Okay, lucky number 13. What? That was the most disappointing
Loser.
performance I've ever seen. Oh, did Nancy just call herself a loser? Okay, lucky number 11. Let's go. Lucky number 11! Let's play Gold Rush. Everyone's favorite game, Gold Rush. Okay, if I know anything about this game, we've just got to get a lead. And then we just should, like, leave things be. Oh, this is very, very bad for me. Oh, see, I should have left things. Oh, come on. Oh, that was close. Okay, try again. Don't go in the snake hole. Thank you. Okay. Well, this is mostly going well. Okay, I need to I'll just leave them go. Maybe. I'm not taking my own advice here. I'll just let him go. He's gonna win. He's gonna win. He'll take his sweet time about it, but he's gonna win. Come on, buddy! Just a little faster, please. My man. Yahoo! I actually got that second try. That's pretty dang good. Taffy Kitchen, let me in.
Something tells me I better not go in there without permission.
Something tells me. I'm just getting like an inkling, like the feeling, just getting the vibe that maybe I shouldn't go in there.
Yes,
You startled me. Do you work here?
I do. Are you looking for someone?
Yes, Camille Hurley. She died back in the 1800s.
Ah, Camille. Beautiful crypt, wonderful view, good drainage. Whoever buried her must have loved her.
That's like a necessity for
May I go
my
inside?
grave
You
too. It's
may,
got to have good
but
drainage.
unfortunately you
Make
can't.
sure to bury me somewhere
Why
with good
not?
drainage.
I accidentally dropped the key down the grate that's in front of the crypt. If you can retrieve it, you can keep it. I'm having another one made.
They've
But
got
if you do
actual
believe it,
Dracula working
just
in this
remember,
graveyard.
you won't be alone.
I'm not at all perturbed by that.
Well, there's the key.
Stick your fingers in there, Nancy. Oh wait, I can get the taffy stick. I totally forgot.
Taffy on a stick.
Taffy on a
Hey, Maybe I
stick!
could use this to fish the crypt key out from under that grate.
You know what's even better than taffy? Taffy on a stick! If you put anything on a stick, it's automatically
Looks like to
better.
get some taffy on a stick, I'm going to need 2 different tokens.
Nancy, you literally have both those tokens, please.
I need a token.
I need a token. Gotta have some token. Now I've got taffy on a stick. Yeehaw!
Welcome back.
Do you know what's in that old trunk over there?
Why? You ain't been fooling with it, have you?
Oh, no. of
No
course not.
fooling
No, I just
here.
thought it might contain the lamp and
No,
pickaxe that I
ma'am.
asked you about before.
Well, if it does,
I
you
never
can forget
fool.
about him, 'cause it's locked. None of my kin have ever been able to figure out how to open it. Not even my cousin Alvin. And he went to junior college.
Would it be okay if I tried to open it?
Well, now, I certainly ain't gonna let you break it open if that's what you're getting at.
Oh, no, I would never use force, believe me. But in order to try to get it open, I would
Look at her with her fucking Mickey Mouse gloves. How does she handle change?
Happen, little missy.
If someone buys a souvenir, like, how?
Tell you what, you get Charlene Purcell to come in here so's I can shake her hand, and I'll let you fiddle with that trunk till the cows come home.
You know what? I've got a better idea.
Now, what could be better than me coming face to face with the lady who writes the finest literature this here country's ever seen?
Well, that's just it. If you were to just meet her, you'd have nothing to show for it. Afterwards, she'd go her way and you go yours, and that would be it. But if you were to, say, get her autograph, well, then you'd have something to hang on the wall and brag about.
Okay. Make it so's I can meet her and get her autograph.
Oh, but the thing is, she's on a deadline, and if you take her away from
Obsessed
the
with
writing,
the way
she may fall
Fatima says
behind.
autograph.
And if she falls behind, her publisher may pull the plug. And if her publisher pulls the plug, it could ruin her career.
The dominoes
Do you really
Nancy's
risk
setting up.
ruining Charlene Purcell's career?
Good heavens, of course not.
If you
All right,
shake
you just
Charlene
get me
Purcell's
Charlene's
hand,
autograph, and
you are
got a
going
deal.
to
Just make
ruin
sure
her
she uses my name.
career.
I want it real
You are
personal
going
like.
to, like,
You
make
bet.
her
And
bankrupt.
is-
You're going to
Fatima,
ruin
with an
her
F.
life.
None of that.
Fatima probably can't even see through that suit of hers. Like, Nancy could probably just come back in a different shirt and, like, a hat and be like, hello, it's me, Charlene Purcell. And Fatima wouldn't know any better. She'd be like, oh my god, it's my icon, Charlene Purcell. Time to do some grave robbing. Nancy's second favorite activity after stealing. It's just really a form of stealing. Honestly. Here be the tomb.
This indentation looks familiar.
Green. Red. Purple. Yellow. Orange. Blue. There we go. Grave robbing! Yay!
In the letter he wrote to his niece, Jake said she should go to Camille's grave and let Camille's goodness rub off on her. Rub as in rubbing, maybe? Maybe making a rubbing would help.
Whoa!
If there's a hidden message here, I'll
I'm
never
starting to
find
get
it
the
at this
feeling
rate.
I should do a rubbing.
Maybe making a rubbing would help.
Yeah, I think it might be time to do a rubbing.
I met a huge fan of yours in town who'd really, really like your autograph. An
Autograph.
autographed picture would be even better.
Imagine that. Me having fans way out here in the boonies. Well, I'm sure I have a picture around here somewhere. But what I don't have is a pen. Usually I just ask my assistant for one.
I have a pencil here somewhere.
A pencil won't do, dear. It has to be ink. See if you
Silly
can borrow a pen from
Nancy, the
somebody.
pen is mightier than the pencil. I do like how they've made the view out the windows different and the transition screen different to really kind of indicate that you're at a stop. I think that's some really nice attention to detail. Maybe it's like expecting the bare minimum, but I don't care. I respect it and appreciate it nevertheless. What's this?
That looks just like the stuff John Gray has his thermometers packed in.
Suspicious packing peanuts. Huh? Tino, what's this?
What's going on?
What are these packing peanuts, Tino? You're the one who pulled the brake. Give me a break, Tino. I know it was you. Stop lying to me.
You're the one who pulled that emergency brake, aren't you?
Me? What, are you joking?
Care to explain how packing material
The
from the box those
packing
thermometers were in
peanuts,
wound up on the floor
Tino?
over there?
You're just some teenage nobody. I don't have to listen to this.
Bitch,
You're
I'm
right,
Nancy
you don't.
Drew.
Neither do the other passengers. But unless you give me a good reason not to, I think I'll tell them anyway.
Look, maybe I was a little hasty, pointing a finger at the ghost guy like that. Maybe all those lies people have been spreading are starting to get to me. Maybe I thought it would help if I got a little positive press by solving a crime aboard a haunted train. Maybe I apologize. And, maybe you can see fit not to let any of this go beyond this room?
Well,
Maybe,
no harm done, I
Tino.
Great. Well,
God, I
what else
fucking
can I
hate
do for
him.
you?
He can't commit to anything. Not a relationship, not an apology, not a confession.
Every detective should carry a pen?
Actually, I carry a pencil.
Well, as it happens, I got lots of pens. Tell you what, If you
Oh,
can play that
Nancy,
leaping lizards
you're
game I
not a
found
great
over there and do
detective
better
because
than I did
you
when I
don't
played
carry a
it, which shouldn't be
pen.
that hard, seeing as
You're
how smart you are.
clearly not
I'll
a
give you a pen.
professional
What do you say?
detective because you don't have a pen.
The object of the game is to get rid of as many lizards as you can by jumping them with other lizards until you can't
I'm
jump
not good at
anymore.
this game.
Last time I played, I wound up with just 5 lizards. If you can wind up with only 4, the pen's yours.
But I want an army of lizards at my disposal. If I had an army of lizards, then I could just order them to eat you, Tino, and I could take your pen.
You lost. Guess you're not so smart after all. Try again.
No! You know what's even worse than losing is that Tino, a known loser, thinks I'm a loser. Fuck.
You lost again.
No!
One more time.
Is he gonna take pity on me if I keep losing?
You lost again. One more time.
I thought he was gonna take pity on me like 3 times and then he'd be like, okay, you can have the pen. But he just wants to see me keep embarrassing myself. He gets a kick out of it. Out of seeing me be humiliated. Poor Nancy having to deal with Tino not once, but twice.
I did it! I won!
I did! I won! Talk about luck. Yeah, I mean, it might have been luck, Tino. It took me 4 times to get there, so you might be right. There might have been some luck involved.
What else can I do for you?
That's not
It's
even a
been
good
great talking to
pen.
you.
It's
Not
like
a
the
problem.
cheapest, like, dollar store pen. And he was really gatekeeping that pen. He was like, Nancy, you're not a real detective until you can beat leaping lizards and therefore get yourself a pen. Gotta keep an eye out for Charlene, am I right?
Have you found a pen so I can autograph that picture?
I got it from
Autograph.
Tino. You can keep it. If you could
You
have it
can
say
keep it!
to Fatima, that'd
Yeah,
be great.
fuck Tino! He's not getting his pen back. He doesn't
There you
deserve that
go.
pen. Did you notice? She literally, when she was writing that, there was a folder underneath it that was literally labeled Grubs. What is she writing? I need to know. She's writing a grub romance. It's like the coolest thing after alpha romance. Just a maggot romance. Would you still love me if I was a maggot?
I'll
let
let
you get back to
your
your
writing.
grub
My
romance.
publisher thanks you.
Your gromance? Grubmance? Oh! Boys, boys, boys.
There you are. We've been looking for you.
Yeah, you won't believe
This is the best
lucky
moment of the
break we
game.
caught.
Lucky break? Hey, that was the result of
Everyone
good
brace
old-fashioned
yourselves.
detective work.
It was the result of your insisting we stop for a cheeseburger.
Oh,
Guys,
what?
what's going on?
Well, it turns out that a grandchild of Jake's engineer still lives around here.
What's more, he hangs out at the local diner. Comes in every day.
Apparently, he's pretty ancient.
Imagine if you chose Did You Talk to Him? You would miss the greatest moment in gaming history. Everyone ready? Drum roll, please.
Ah, and you found that out when you stopped there so Joe could get a hamburger.
Cheese.
The thing is, the owner of the diner wouldn't agree to point the guy out unless one of us fills in for a short order cook.
He's gotta go home
Like
and
the
wait for the cable guy or
uncomfortable
something.
And
close-up
since Joe here barely knows how to
cheeseburger,
boil
he says
water,
with all
guess who
his
got the job?
teeth. Cheeseburger. It's a cheeseburger, Nancy. Get it right.
Way to go, Joe.
Hey, I can boil water. It's just
Oh,
that
was
when
it,
it's
she
got
saying
things
that in a
floating it,
sarcastic
I
way?
get
No,
confused.
I didn't mean
Speaking
it
of
like
confused,
that.
get this. Balducci convinced Lori
say
that Jake's
he can
mine is
boil
somewhere right
water.
here in Copper
I
Gorge,
can
so
fix
he,
him.
Lori,
I
and
can
John
teach
Gray
him
are
to
hiking up
cook.
the mountain out there even as we speak.
Like that bumblebrain's
Lori
gonna find anything.
hiking? We want red. We want green. We want... Oh, blue. We want orange. We want yellow. And we want violet.
Well, here's Jake's
Lead is
lamp.
the key! Lead is the key!
Another
Oh, good.
slug. Could come in handy.
Oh, great.
But where's his
Another
pickaxe?
slug.
Have you by any chance ever come across a pickaxe that had the initials JH carved into it?
Why?
I thought it would be in that old trunk, but it wasn't.
You got that trunk open? Wait till I tell Cousin Alvin. He thinks he's so smart. As for that pickaxe, so happens
I bet
got it
Cousin
upstairs
Alvin
in
is
my
smarter
kitchen.
than Tino
Use it to open the
Balducci.
coconuts Aunt Lucy sends me every year from Hawaii.
Do you think I could have it?
Why, no, you can't have it. How would I open them coconuts?
Hey, I could have just gotten
I'm
you
not gonna
Charlene's
feel,
autograph.
like, make
Instead,
her
I got you an
feel
autographed
guilt
picture, which is way better.
about her, like, what
You
her
owe me.
ancestors would have thought about her
Okay.
actions.
I'll let you
That's
have the pickaxe.
actually
After you do
awful.
something for me.
Like, poor Fatima, she's like just carrying on the family legacy by operating this store that has existed for years. She obviously has a huge passion for her great uncle Buell and really respects him and his legacy. And Nancy's just like, your great uncle Buell would have fucking hated you. He would have been disgusted by you. Like, Nancy would have ruined her whole life.
Sure.
Anything.
I got a
Fatima.
bunch of taffy over there what needs sorting. Just follow the directions
Gosh,
that are
I
posted
just
by the
love
machine.
sorting
Them
taffy.
belts get moving pretty fast, so you gotta keep your wits about you. While you're doing that, I'll fetch that pickaxe.
This is one of the few things that a Nancy character, like, asks me to do that I will accept. Like,
gotta do
I
it.
actually quite enjoy sorting taffy.
There we go.
Was she, like, riding a horse outside or something? What was that noise? Okay, we don't need to read the rules. Let's just start the machine. Which taffy flavor would you choose? I feel like banana would be good. You don't like taffy? Yeah, the texture is a bit chewy, that's fair. I like it every once in a while.
Yes,
It's nice, like,
indeedy.
sweet and salty. Yes, indeedy! Nancy's picking up on Fatima's language, her parlance.
Got that taffy sorted?
No problem. That was easy.
You sneak
EZPZ for
any
a pro
freebies
gamer
while
like
you were at
me.
It was pretty tempting, but nope, I sure didn't.
Nancy would
Well,
never.
ain't you the good
Yep,
at two
that's
shoes?
Nancy.
Truth is,
That's Nancy
wouldn't
to
have
a
minded too much
T.
if you had, long as you fessed up to it.
Oh.
Here's the pickaxe. Crack the handle pretty
Fatima
bad on the last
respects
batch of
honesty.
coconuts. You sure you want it?
Positive.
There you go. Don't hurt yourself.
I won't. Thank you.
I want to know all of Fatima's family history. It's so fascinating.
Sounds like you better keep your ears open and your nose to the grindstone.
I am. Just wanted to keep you posted.
I am, says
Thanks.
Frank,
Talk to you
talking on the phone, not working, and not keeping his ears open. The volcano burger, onions, jalapenos, hot mustard, bacon, and cheese. That sounds pretty good, actually. I love a bacon cheeseburger. Server Flo. Okay, Flo, I'll get you that burger. I'll get you that burg. Get you those onions, those jalapenos, that hot mustard. It's so hot, it's burned the label. My goodness. Bad trash. I just wasted some mustard. I feel bad about that. Some bacon. And a nice slice of cheese.
Yes, sir. Jake Hurley told my granddaddy
Yes,
things
sir.
he never told another living soul. Not even
Hayashi
his wife.
burger.
I tell you about
Avocado,
her enough.
tomato, fruit jelly, pineapple, cheese, and mayo.
Camille was
Now
her
you
name.
call
Camille
pineapple on
Brûlée.
pizza
That's French, you know. Of
um
course, she died so young that poor Jake
a
didn't have
contentious
time to tell her
topic,
anything.
but I
According to
say
my
pineapple
granddaddy,
on your
one summer day, she
burger
had a dizzy
is a
spell and fell
contentious
and hit her head.
topic.
She
Not
didn't
just
take well to the
pineapple,
heat,
fruit
see?
jelly on your
Sometimes in the
burger.
summer, when they
Now
were going
that's
through the desert,
controversial.
why, that train'd be just like an oven. Anyway, Granddad said she got right up afterwards and seemed okay. But a couple hours later, Jake found her in her room, dead as a doornail.
Dizzy
there's
spell
another
and hit her
expression that
head.
kinda makes you
Yeah,
wonder.
definitely killed by
Dead
the
as a doornail.
dolls. Colossal burger.
My dad,
Everything
he came
minus
home
the
from school one day to
peas.
find a railroad official telling
don't
his
want the
mom
peas.
that Granddad been found dead in Blue Moon Canyon, Nevada. He was in the engine of Jake Hurley's train, just kind of slumped over with his hand still on the throttle. The strange thing is, nobody else was on board the train, yet the door to the engine was locked and barred. It was like Granddad was trying to keep someone out, like he was running from something, like something finally scared him so bad his heart just stopped. Of course, he was in his 60s at the time, and
Hey, look, Mr. Temporary
What?
person.
What
If
did I
I
put on there?
saw
That was a
customer would
P.
throw a fit. Just make me what's on that check, okay?
that cook had better get on the stick, or we're
Get
all
on
gonna
the
go deaf out
stick?
here.
What does that mean? Oh, the pickled herring, for fuck's sake. I thought those were sardines. Okay. That shows me for not reading properly. Oh, that bacon looks really good.
Wrong again.
What?
Stop.
What did I put
Guess what
on
you
this
get to do
time?
over.
Wait, oh, but I put on the peppers? I didn't put on the peppers. But they're being with a P! I don't know what I've put on, so I'm probably gonna get it wrong again. I'm gonna get fired from my volunteer job. Now is that good?
Hey, short order cook guy. You blew it. Fix me what I asked for and fix it right.
I blew it!
Oh,
I
like
can't get this
fingers on a
burger
chalkboard.
right. Okay, is that good?
I ever tell you about the mine my granddaddy said Jake Hurley'd found?
He found a
Oh, chef's choice. You're
Couple
gonna
years before he
regret
died,
that, my
Granddad
friend.
told my daddy that Jake found a vein in the mountains somewhere and was mining it all by himself, so no one would steal it out from under him. He wouldn't even tell Granddad where the mine was. What he'd do is have Granddad drive the train real slow so he could jump off without Granddad seeing him. Then Granddad would pick him up at a prearranged spot a few days later. Oh, they didn't call him Crazy Jake Hurley for nothing. Speaking of crazy, you see how much Abner's charging for a haircut at that shop of his now? $20! But what's even crazier is people are actually paying him that. I told him the only way I'd pay him $20 would be if I came in with hair down to my knees. He just laughed and said I was a crazy one. $20 for a haircut? What is this world coming to?
What is this world coming to? Indeed. Anyway, enjoy your mayonnaise burger.
Look, this guy was old, okay? I mean, we're talking Jurassic. And guys that old don't joke around. They don't have time to. What you just heard is what I heard, word for
Frank
word.
is like, they don't have time to joke. He's like 1 moment from death at any given time, okay? He might like pass away at any second. He's got 1 foot in the grave, if you know what I mean. You know, if I knew I was like, you know, probably like soon to die, I would be like making jokes. I would be like, life is a grand joke. Like, you know, I'm about to die. What's the point of being serious now? Now I can embrace being silly and a funny little clown.
I almost forgot. You gotta check this out.
It's just an old letter, Frank.
You bet it's an old letter. From Samuel Clemens.
Oh my gosh, where'd you get this?
I found it in the caboose.
Apparently he and Jake were pen pals.
Wish I had a famous writer for a pen pal.
I love Nancy. This is just like a total diss of Charlena Purcell. Nancy like, oh, wish I knew a famous writer. As if Charlena Purcell isn't in the next room. Like, what is Charlena Purcell? Chopped yams to Nancy? I mean, debatable that she's a writer, considering she's stealing other people's writing. Also debatable that she's famous.
When Joe gave it to me, I about flipped. I know I should turn it
So
over
would
to Lori, and I
that
will,
letter
but it's
also
just
be
so darn
worth
cool.
an
I
extraordinary
still don't
sum
see
of
what
money?
the big deal is. I mean, it's not like it's from Mark Twain or anything. What?
Joe is my favorite dumb blonde. He's my favorite himbo. He just exudes himbo energy from every pore. Oh, we still
Finish
need to do our
that.
rubbing. Oh my gosh.
Still have to do.
Let's
Finish-
go. Let's go do our rubbing. Wisdom, eternity, charity, and purity. 4 things that Tino Balducci doesn't have. You know a Nancy puzzle is intense when it requires you whipping out the notebook. Okay, a harp is purity. Really? Really? Okay. What is the symbol of eternity, I hear you ask? Why, I answer you, it's a crown, of course. 'Cause a crown is a circle, and a circle is eternal, I guess. Who decided these meanings? Why is a harp purity? 'Cause it's played by angels, and angels are pure? And a dove is charity, okay. Oh yes, doves are known for for being free with their money, of course. Oh, Mr. Man is gone. Oh, that means we can play the piano. Woohoo! Camptown
A
races.
spyglass. I'll bet it's the one I need for Jake's projector.
Gosh, I love Camptown races. Nothing hypes me up like Camptown races.
That should do it.
That should do it. Okay. I think I should now be able to turn on the steam without killing everyone on the train.
Steam from the engine is moving through those pipes now.
Woohoo! Okay, Nancy is a certified plumber now. She can quit being a detective and become a professional plumber and earn vastly more money than she does as a detective, because she earns 0 money as a detective. Ready for this, my friends?
Oh no.
That's what you get from cracking too many cocoa nuts. John Gray! Where the fudge are you? I need your duct tape, my man. Why did the music get so tense suddenly? What's happening? Should I be alarmed? The music is like something is very wrong. Thank God we're back to the calm, cozy music. That freaked me out. It's the tense music again. Stop this. I'm just trying to do a chill puzzle. Stop playing these violins that sound like they're in danger. This is like being in like a jungle and like violins stalking you on all sides. You can't see them, but you know they're there because you can hear them. And we won't know if that's right.
Looks like I did something right.
Okay, never mind. We will know if that's right. Let's go see if John Gray's there now. Because we need him to be there. Because we need his duct tape. His marital purity tape. Thank goodness. Hello.
I hear Tino took you and Lori for a little hike today.
Don't remind me.
I wish I could have been like a fly on the wall during that hike. The things those three could talk about.
Otherwise, I would have strangled him.
Like, John Gray would have been a total third wheel in that situation, right? Without even knowing it. The drama. I feel like they should really have, like, filmed this whole trip as, like, a reality TV show. Like, all of these, like, big personalities in one, like, small enclosed space with, like, kind of a shared goal that will, like, grant them, like, both fame and money at the end of it. Like, oh my god, it would have been so good.
Would you by any chance have any duct tape?
Got some right there in my gearbox. That's the good news. The bad news is, I can't open the box. It's an antique lockbox that I found in this abandoned monastery I scoped out on my show last year.
That's exactly where I keep my duct tape, too. In the lockbox I found in an abandoned monastery.
Able to figure out just by looking at the box. Fortunately, I didn't put anything critical in there. I've never tried to open
the
it
monk
without
who
the
made
key,
that
but
box
if you want that duct tape,
would have
go ahead
had
and
no
give it a
idea
shot.
about the concept of duct tape. They wouldn't even have been able to imagine duct tape.
Thanks, I think I will.
If you get it open, the duct tape's all yours.
I love it. He's like,
bet the
this is
should
my
start from the left
gearbox. Like, this is your gearbox? The animals start from the left shore. Wait, oh, we press them in order. Okay. Animals there. Okay, so what did they bring over first? If I remember correctly, okay, that looks like second, this cat. They bring one back, I think. Bring over the cat. Then they goes to get the wolf, and then brings the cat back. Collects the peacock. Peacock and wolf are over there. Gets the cat back, and then they're all reunited. I'm a storyteller at heart. Much like Charlene Purcell. Except I don't steal my stories from other sources. That's an ideal place to keep your duct tape. Almost just as good as the place I keep my duct tape, which is behind a painting of an eagle, which you have to solve a math puzzle, which involves collecting lots of little weights to solve. That's another great place to store duct tape.
There, good as new. Oh, sorta.
It'll be cracking coconuts again in no time. Okay, have I done anything? The moment of truth. If these all light up green, then we're good to go. And we'll see where all their budget went to. Yes, here we go. Ready for the big budget scene of the game? Oh yeah. Oh my goodness! This is so unnecessary, but I love it. Oh my god, play Camptown Races and you've got a disco happening right here. Whip out the Hurleys, Whirly, Burly, and Camptown Races. You got a great time. Whoa! It's gonna explode!
That's where Jake's mine is. Brimstone Canyon.
What a revelation. It's not even in
Don't
Blue
you
Moon
look all
Canyon.
excited. What's up?
It's in
I
Brimstone
think I know where
Canyon.
Jake's mine is. Tell the engineer to head
More
for
like
a place in
Last Train to
Nevada called
Brimstone Canyon. This game
Way to
lied to
go.
me. We're in the end game now, people. Yeah, you don't have to give Nancy a head start. She's just that good.
You don't have to give me a head start.
Think of it as your reward.
She can do it
Of course,
without a head
anything
start.
you find in
okay.
the mine is, well, mine. So if I find out that you've taken something without telling me, let's just say things could get ugly.
Okay, remember that she establishes this. Like, right here, right now. Because I feel like she kind of contradicts this later with her actions. All aboard! Let's go! Last train, everyone! It's the last train! It's the last leg of the last train. Look at that beautiful scenery through the state we're going through. Yes, I love the United States. I know all of them. Brimstone Canyon.
Sounds like the train's leaving. Where's it going? Well, Frank and Joe will make sure it comes back for me. I hope.
Wonder why they call it Brimstone Canyon. I guess we should look around before I just immediately do the puzzle.
No, that's gotta be the entrance to Jake's mine, but it's totally blocked by boulders.
Oh heavens, what could we ever do in a situation like this? Thank goodness for this convenient cannon.
Whoa!
Nancy almost died. That rock was like so close to hitting her and crushing her. Yay!
Whoa, what's going on here? Jake's color wheel seems to be pointing toward purple.
Okay, this is a bit of a complicated puzzle. I'm whipping out the notebook. We're getting some good notebook action. Leaping lizards! We're gonna actually go the opposite way that the lizards are pointing to.
Wonder what that's doing there.
Okay, so this symbol is by a fish pond. I'm gonna do this puzzle the right way instead of brute forcing it like it's very tempting to do.
Another symbol.
Another symbol. It's almost like they're building towards some kind of puzzle. Here's the snake. A little rocking horse symbol. Okay. Oh, I just did a really good impression of that rocking horse symbol, but none of you can see it. Just know that it is incredibly accurate and good. So number 1 is this shape.
I've seen that symbol before.
Yes, Nancy, I know. I've written them all down.
Okay,
I'm
so
ready
far, so
for
good.
this puzzle. Nancy is not ready, but I am. Should I kill Nancy? Should we have a second chance moment, or should I just ace this puzzle? Like the puzzle genius that I am. Kill her? Okay, I'll do it for you, Ruby.
I think I made a boo-boo.
I think I made a boo-boo. That's like literally the worst last words you could ever have. I think I made a boo-boo. Please, Nancy, you're so embarrassing. Oh my god, like Nancy would approach the pearly gates and they'd be like, No. I'm sorry. You were going to heaven, but then we heard your last words. I'm sorry. We're going straight to hell. And then they'd open a trapdoor in the floor, and Nancy would go, whoa, straight down to hell. Wait, did they reset to when I'd already pulled out some? I think they reset it to when I'd already pulled out a few, and I don't remember where I was. I think I'd just done 3. Okay, yeah. Now we're doing number 5. And now number 6.
I should be able to get through there now.
I think Nancy could have gotten through there, like, before. I don't know. I think she could have squeezed through that gap, but whatever, Nance. Oh my gosh! The mine!
Jake Hurley, I presume?
Nancy sees it like a dead body and just says with, like, faint distaste, Jake Hurley, I presume? Like, I would be, like, freaking out on so many levels right now. We've been, like, on this guy's train. We've been learning basically his whole life story through the train. Like, we've been experiencing the world of Jake Hurley, and Nancy's like, oh, guess that's Jake Hurley. Like, that's his actual body. This is the man himself. The one, like, the whole game has been, like, circling. You just, like, did all his little puzzles, Nancy, and that's all she has to say. Like, she sounds so unimpressed as well. And also, it's a literal skeleton. Like, and Nancy's just like, ew. Oh my god, he died with a picture of Camille. How cheesy. Also, did he, like, break his jaw? That's not right.
Camille. It figures he'd be carrying a picture of her. There's something underneath it.
This is, okay, if you've never seen this game before, be prepared. This is one of the greatest moments in gaming, and I've literally already said that once this stream, but it's so good. Okay, what do you think could be this other piece of paper? What could it possibly be? His will? Maybe like a letter to his wife? Like some check? Like some stocks? Let's find out, shall we? Jake Hurley, CO Postmaster, Denver, Territory of Colorado.
Looks like a letter.
Looks like a
14th, 1865.
Looks like a letter! Nancy, queen of stating the obvious. Ad for toaster. Letter from Camille, good guesses, okay. April 14th, 1865, my dear friend Jake. I hope it's not Camille, because she just friend-zoned him hard for being his wife. Believe me, Jake, my boy, I can think of nothing more pleasant than touring the West aboard your private train. But much as I would like to accept your invitation, the duties and responsibilities of my office forbid it. I cannot leave Washington until this terrible war is over, and the states are united once more.
Your humble friend, Abe.
I would scarcely leave my office at all these days were it not for Mary. Tonight, at her insistence, I will be accompanying her to the Ford Theater to see a comedy called Our American Cousin. Have you seen it? Mary assures me that I'll enjoy it, despite the fact that for some strange reason, I've never felt at ease when at the theater. But perhaps tonight will be different. Write to me soon. Your missives never fail to boost my spirits. Your humble friend, Abe. That's right. It's a letter from Abraham Lincoln on the day of his death. Including, spectacular display of foreshadowing.
This letter must be worth a fortune.
That's just what I thought, too. See, what I didn't tell you when I gave you that letter Jake wrote to Ruth is that I also found his diary, which is how I found out he'd gotten to be friends with President Lincoln, and that he'd gotten a letter from Abe that he knew would be so valuable someday that he always kept it on his person. Can I have it?
Sure.
Nancy, you
See,
naive little
I knew if we could
muffin.
just find Jake's body, we'd find the letter. And you did it, Amy. You did it. I'm going to be famous. Good famous for once.
Not famous for my
So
sex
you never
tape.
really cared about finding Jake's mine?
Nah, I mean, it would have been nice if it was filled with gold and silver and stuff, but this is what I was really after.
And you followed me because you didn't trust me?
I trusted you to find it. I just didn't trust you to give it to me. And now that you have,
She did actually say, like, she set up Nancy to know that everything they found in the mine would be Laurie's. So I feel like this is totally unnecessary. Like,
oh my god.
Nancy already promised to give everything they found in the mine to
We were
Laurie.
trapped, but I was the only one who made it out.
Excuse me?
What if?
Oh my gosh! That way I could not only say that I found the letter, but that I tried to save you. Only you did something stupid, and it was all I could do to save myself. Oh my
I mean,
gosh,
Nancy did
I
do
made
something
the national
stupid, and that
news
was
for
trusting
sure.
Laurie.
And people would say I was smart and resourceful and courageous even.
Oh, I feel bad for
Laurie, you can't
her.
be serious. That's crazy.
But she's taking it too far.
You don't understand. People are finally going to respect me.
See, Nancy has many opportunities here to just
Sorry.
rush Laurie, tackle her to the ground, and get out of there. But she just stands there watching as Nancy, or as Laurie, like,
Opening's blocked.
seals her in. Let's get the heck out of here.
Maybe I could get out of here in this.
Okay, let's go! Roller coaster, whee! 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 When's the picture taken? Okay, let's go to death. Whee! Whoa! I have to do it at least once. I love this. I love first-person roller coastering down a minecart track. Like, I can't think of anything better. This just, like, makes the game ultimate peak perfection. Like, we already had a mystery on a haunted train, which is already, like, amazing, excellent. And then we get a minecart roller coaster section. First-person minecart roller coaster. Imagine this in VR. They need to make this game VR. They need to do it. I need it. I need it. I've said it before and I'll say it again. Like, the Nancy Drew games are, like, some of the only games where I'd want to purposefully trigger a game over sequence, just because I really enjoy seeing all the second chances. And, like, they're so forgiving the way they just let you kind of go right back in to the spot in the game right before you died. Like, I feel like there's so few games that actually let you do that, especially, like, I feel like it was an amazing thing for the time, when, like, so many games had such, like, strict save systems. Whoa! Whoa! Watch out! Watch this. Listen to this.
Laurie, are you alright?
Nancy, this woman just tried to kill you. And she's like,
everything
oh,
okay?
oh no, you got knocked in a mud puddle.
As soon as we
Are you
discovered you and Laurie
okay?
weren't on the train, we jumped off and
She
hightailed
tried to
back.
murder you,
What the
Nancy.
heck's going on?
I'm sure
The
Laurie will
heck?
be glad to tell you all about it.
Darn you, Natalie.
It's Nancy. Dear Hannah, some hostess Laurie Gerard turned
We
out to
did
be. When her
it!
father,
Aw.
Tino Balducci, told reporters that he knew what Laurie was up to all along, and said he let Frank, Joe, and me solve the case so we amateurs could enjoy his limelight. Joe was just about to belt him when a big
I would
argument
have
broke
loved
out
to see
between
that.
John Gray and Charlena
Joe
over
just
whether John had
beating
really
up
recorded
Tino
Camille's ghost.
Balducci.
She started calling him a crackpot, and then he started calling her a hack. Then, well, let's just say that soon the press was no longer interested in what Tino had to say.
As it should be.
As for Jake Hurley, it turns out
Okay,
that
this
his letter
is-
from
this
Abe
is
Lincoln
great.
is worth a small fortune. Pretty ironic, huh? Jake spent his whole life searching for gold, when all along he possessed something far more valuable. His uncanny knack for making friends.
Maybe
Love,
the
Nancy.
real treasure was the friends he made along the way. Consider that.